All right, dudes, got a quick video here for today. It's Friday, and there's a lot of things to do today, but I wanted to cover this real quick because I've had an issue for the freaking longest time on figuring out what bolts are what bolts in my, I call it bucket.
Cookies. You see this? Cookies.
And it's basically just a bunch of hardware that I have like in a bucket, literally. And I don't know what they are. They could be SAE, they could be metric, they could be euro, they could be everything, you know what I'm saying? So here's the solution. So this is my awesome hardware that's already been kind of placed in its little container, so I know what's what. So for example, this is an M5 by 35 millimeter long button, all right? Now, this is basically a thread checker, and I got this on Amazon, and it's literally called a thread checker, and it was 50 bucks. It was 50 bucks for the metric, which is the black one right here, and for the SAE right here for you guys working on American cars and whatnot. And they have different versions. I got the complete one that starts off with like an M3, and not the BMW, and it goes all the way up to M24. They do have different versions that go up to like M12 or whatnot, but if you're gonna buy this, you might as well buy the big, basically the big stick. I call it a stick. It's not really a stick, but it's you know what I mean. You want to buy the big one because it covers all of the threads and nut sizes. If you buy the small one and you take apart, say, your subframe, because that's what I'm actually doing next week, you might be screwed because you're gonna be like, this M24 doesn't fit anywhere in this gauge. So I'll link the page for this on my what do you call it? Description. Yeah. I'm not paid for any of this stuff. This is just random stuff I found on Amazon. When I post tools or whatnot like that, I just buy them right out. You know, I don't get paid for any of this stuff. I share it because I think it's the freaking coolest thing in the world, and it's a life hack. I know this has been around for many years. I know that, but I personally haven't owned it, and maybe because I was just lazy. But you know, the other day I was just like, dude, I need a freaking way to measure all my bolts and hardware, because I got, you know, like $2,000–3,000 worth of hardware in this rack right here that if they're not labeled like these guys, I'm pretty screwed. And I'm taking apart the MIATA subframe next week, and I'm pulling out all the bolts, and I need to know what the thread pitches are, you know, bolts and nuts. So, you know, this covers the bolt side right here, and the bolt side's over here, and it's threaded in, and then the nut goes out here. So it's freaking awesome because look, this is an M5 bolt, right? I go over here, I look at my M5, and I thread it in to double check this is an M5. Look at that, freaking awesome. Now, if I have a nut, which I have over there, I can thread it on the opposite side right here. And you might not be able to see this, but I'll show rolls of this after. But freaking awesome! It's like the easiest freaking gauge you can ever use. And then look, if you have American cars, you can use the American sizes right here. It's a little bit easier to see the American size units because I think these are zinc coated or whatever it is. The metric ones are black oxide, so I think these guys will, I don't know, corrode if you put them out in the environments. But they have stamping right on here. It's permanent stamping. I mean, it's colored white, and then this one's colored red, but it's literally stamped on there. So even if the paint, you know, goes away or whatnot, you still see it. So this is probably like the coolest tool and simplest tool that you'll ever own, because how many times have you been in a situation where you're like, shit, what freaking thread pitch is this? You just don't know what you're looking at, all right? So this guy right here, I have no idea what this is. Seriously, I have no idea what it is. Let me see. So it's probably, this looks like SAE. Look at that, the first try. 3/8 by 24. See that? 3/8 by 24. Dude, I would never know that. So if you have a bucket, like my cookie bucket right there, and you have all this stuff right here, and you're like, dude, I need to organize this stuff, but I have no way of knowing what's metric, what's SAE. So you take this guy, and you're like, okay, this is 3/8 by 24, so that means these guys are 3/8 by 24. And what about this guy? This looks like a M12 by something. So I take my metric one, I go over here, and let's see, M12, nope, not an M12, M10? M10, nope. It's a different M10, M10 1.5, nope. It is M10 by 125, yes. See that? Freaking awesome, dude. And it's the simplest freaking tool ever. Now, do you need to buy this to have a gauge like this? Not really. I mean, this is a pretty simple gauge, so if you have time, you can make your own. You just need to thread a barrel, all right, at the proper pitch, and then also thread the outside of one. So it's a lot of work, but for 50 bucks and you get both of these, it's a freaking deal, dude, because I'm not gonna spend time to make this. So now I can sit here and I'm just gonna go and freaking measure everything. Just like, okay, that's M10 125. Oh, this nut, what is this nut? This nut looks like an M10 something. So if I go back over here, M10 125, is it? Let's see. Nope, not M10 125. Let me go over here, M10 1.5. Nope, so it's probably not metric. We go over here to our standard gauge, and it looks like it fits. You see that? It's 3/8/16. So the cool part also is if you're working under the car right here, and you don't know what a pitch is for, like, say a frame mounting bolt, you can take this. That's why it's a long stick, and you thread it in. All right. Or you could cut the corner right here and take the pieces out, but it's harder that way, and it's good to just keep them in this little reel, because if you lose some of them, that would suck. And this thing's all stainless, so it's not gonna come apart or anything like that. So it's such an awesome tool that I wanted to shoot a video of it. I know it's so, like, kind of dumb and simple, but it's a lifesaver, because when you're working on a car and you don't know what a pitch is, and you need to go to the freaking hardware store, and you're like, dude, I don't know what the pitch is. I'm just gonna guess. I think it might be this one, or it might be this one. And I'll just buy both and see if it works. You come back and you're like, it's none of those two. So I've been there, trust me, I've been there. And if you don't have a box like this that's nice and organized already, then it's even harder to do all this work. So what I do is I just keep everything in a nice box, make sure everything's kind of in its own place, labeled. This is an M6 box right here, so M6 1.0. And this bucket, I have no idea what's in here. These are all new bolts. These are bolts that basically I found in a box that's just kind of sitting around. And some of them are I've removed them from kits that I don't want to use, like this guy. I don't even know what this is. What is this? You guys want to guess what this is? M10 1.5. All right, let's go look at our M10 1.5. All right, so here's our M10 1.5, and we're just gonna thread it in. Heck yeah! Yeah, all right, next one. It's awesome. Let's do a freaking nut right here. What do you guys think this is? I'm gonna guess this is probably like it looks like a standard. I don't know my standard sizes, so I'm just gonna pick one. I'm just gonna pick, say, like this guy right here. Nah, it's too big. This guy right here. All right, so let's try this guy. Nope, not that guy. This is a 1/2 by 13, so looks a little bit more like, no. Oh, it's not, it's metric. All right, so if it's metric, this might be like an M12 1.5. 1.5, all right, M12 1.5. Nope, it's not 1.5. 1.75, you see that? M12, 1.75, it threads right in. I should have known better, doubted myself. So now I can put this on the side. All right, let's do a few more. What do you guys think this is? It looks like an M12 1.5, huh? Let's see. Nope. It's not an M12 1.5. Guess? Anyone? Guess, guess, guess. You ready? All right, let's see. M10 1.5. Nope. Not an M10 1.5. Whoever chose 1.5, you guys did not guess. So 1.25? Yeah, M10 1.25. All right, so look at that. So slowly I'm just getting these guys situated here for my new box. So now I'm just like, okay, I know that's an M10 1.25 back here. What do you guys think about this nut? Thoughts? What do you think? The M10 or M12? I'm gonna say it's an M10 1.5. So we get our M10 1.25 right here, our barrel. It's all labeled too, so it's nice. Put it on here and see. No, it's not. M10 1.25? No. Wow. So must be a regular SAE. So 3/8/16. That's 3/8/24, 3/8/16. Yeah, 3/8/16. So 3/8/16 right there. It's in red. Quick video for today. I know it's kind of a dumb tool, but for $50, yeah, I'd buy one. Again, I'll probably buy one for Dan because this thing's awesome. All right, see you guys later.